The Haley O Show. Every Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Only on bulls.co.za.
And now we're going to get the race director, Pieter, from the Impi Challenge on the line.
Oh.
Pieter, you're live on the Haley O Show. How are you?
Hey, Haley, well, and yourself?
Good, thanks. Thank you for putting some time aside from your obstacle building to chat to us this morning.
No, it's quite a pleasure.
Pieter, so I was chatting about Impi a little bit earlier on the show, but for people that don't know what the Impi Challenge is, maybe you can give us a quick rundown and, just let us know in a nutshell what it's all about.
Impi Challenge is basically a trial run, like we always do on weekends, but the fun part is there's obstacles thrown in between. So the distance that we're going to cover is about 13 kilometers, and then there's about 20 different obstacles that the guys and girls are going to do.
Okay, so it's a 13-kilometer trail run with obstacles. And when I did my first trail run or my first Impi Challenge earlier this year, I thought, there'll be obstacles, but they'll make them a bit like, wussies so that all the girls can do it and everyone can do it. But those obstacles are pretty damn... they're not easy, are they? It's got to be teamwork that gets you over them.
Yeah, they're meant to be challenging, but safe at the same time. If you think of all your different fears that any person has, it's always something got to do with heights or dark or water or tunnels. And, that's what you try and combine into the obstacles. So if you are alone, it can be quite a long day out, as you say. But for the elite guys, for instance, they've got to do it on their own.
Okay, so it is a team event. And how many people are you allowed on a team?
A team, we don't mind, 10, 20 people starting together.
Okay.
So there's no real rule about it, but normally we find it's easygoing 10 to 15 people.
Starting together.
And then, it's nice. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable. There's also a lot of individual people entering, and they just make friends as they go along the way.
Oh, really? Okay. I know I'm going with all the Sweat 1000 people, and I think there's 60 of us running on Sunday, so we might have to be divided into 3 or 4 groups.
Yeah, you see, the starting groups work in 100 people per group starting. So, you'll be together the whole way, and, people split up, people run faster, others slower. So, we won't split the team of 60 up. They can all start together, but it's just around the obstacles. The slower ones got to go faster, and the fast ones got to go slower.
I just stick behind a really strong-looking guy, so I know when you get to, the 3-meter-high wall, he's going to help me get over it.
Definitely, that's a good plan. Yeah.
And tell me, Pieter, do the obstacles change each race?
We try and innovate and change as much as we can. We look at the route to make it always interesting. So let's say there's every race, my aim is about 25 to 30, maybe more % of new trails, new obstacles. And then you get your anchor ones, like the Spur Leap of Faith and the Tank Tower, the high one. So those two will always more or less keep, but we'll change the others, from a different direction or a little bit further or deeper or something like that, just to make it interesting.
Okay.
Any runner, like a road runner, he goes and runs the same race like comrades for 80 years, and they know what they 1 year up, 1 year down, and they love it.
Yeah.
But with Impi, it's always new, always challenging. You can't, estimate the time of last time, and you want to beat your own time because it's going to be different.
Sure.
So that's a nice thing about it, yeah.
And, Impi, it is for everyone because you can take it as fast and slow as you want. You're not even being timed. It's just really for the fun of it, isn't it?
It's definitely just for the fun of it. But we did make the distinction with the elite guys and girls racing. And they will be timed, and they're racing for the prize money.
Okay.
From next year on, we're going to enlarge that group. So the people that have done now the normal challenging route, they can go and do the elite route. There you will be timed. It's a definite hardcore race. It's much more difficult, about 20 to 23 kilometers, about 30 obstacles.
Oh, jeez.
But for the rest, it's just fun. Any couch potato or fun-loving person can do the challenge.
You just have to be willing to get dirty.
Yes. Yes, it again, because that's quite important. Yeah.
People warned me earlier this year that there is, you do get quite muddy. So I imagined, my tackies might get a bit dirty. But literally, you are almost kind of neck deep in mud at some points. Hey.
Yes, it's quite dry out here at this stage. So
Okay.
what I've done is we've included about 8 different water-related obstacles. So you'll get wet and you'll get dirty. You're going to get thrown with paint a little bit. The spur rainbow run in the beginning. So you're going to be covered in a lot of different things. But on the other hand, there's enough water to wash you like a washing machine. You get dirty, then you get clean. You get dirty, and you get clean. But by the end, I think the dirt is going to stick quite a bit. Yeah.
And tell me, do the elite races, when are they racing? Because I know the group runners are running on Sunday.
Yeah, the elite race starts tomorrow morning at 7.
Okay.
It's one group for the males, and about 10 minutes later the females will go.
Okay.
And then at 8 o'clock or just after 8, the normal challenges will start. So
Oh.
there's over, just under 2,000 people tomorrow for the challenges. That will start just after the elite races. So both days are the challenges, and then the elite guys are just on Saturday
Oh,
morning.
so there are 2 days of groups going off.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So it really has turned into a huge event. And what I think is so cool is that
Yeah.
the different teams that participate, they dress up. I mean, there was a group of people that had dressed like zombies last time. There was the Smurfs, there were the Ninja Turtles. It really becomes like a nice team builder and a fun
Yeah.
thing to do with a group of friends.
Yeah, and then, with one of our corporate sponsors, there is a prize for the best dressed team and the war cry. And the people really catch on to it, and they like it to come dress. And that's what makes it so interesting is dress up and just enjoy it. It doesn't matter. You can, I don't say come naked, but you can do what you want, and it's okay for the day. That's acceptable. Yeah.
So it really has grown into kind of a big event on the Joburg calendar, but it's also in Joburg and
Yeah.
Cape Town.
Yeah, we are national. We're the first obstacle race in South Africa that's gone national. We had KZN this year, and Cape Town has been going, this is its 5th year. We started in 2009. So in Cape Town, it's in October every year, and we've got just over 4,000 people there.
Wow. Okay.
And next year there will be 2 races Cape Town, 2 races Gauteng, and 1 race in KZN.
And how did Impi start? I mean, where did the idea come to do this trail run with all these obstacles?
It's been going, worldwide for quite a while, but then Michael and Anthony, who are 3 guys that started it, they got this idea, let's combine stuff with trail running, and they saw it overseas, and then we met up about 5 years ago by introduction through a friend that knew, my profession. I was building obstacle courses and participated in adventure races and stuff all over the world.
Okay.
And he said, well, I know how to do it and how to build it, and these guys got the vision of let's start something like this, and we got together and then it was formed. And I think our first race in 2009 we had about 260 people, and then just doubled and quadrupled every year.
Brilliant. Well, there's always, I think, a need, especially in Joburg, for something new and something fresh and interesting. And I really think that it was one of the best days I had this year. So I'm really looking forward to Sunday. And
Awesome.
so the next race, if people want to enter, when is the next one coming up in Joburg and in Cape Town and Durbs?
We'll be launching all the entries in November. Have a media launch and a big announcement, and then early December, mid-December, all entries will open for the first races of the year.
Okay.
And that will be about 15th of March in Cape Town, the first weekend in April for Gauteng, I think it's the 6th, and then the 3rd of May for KZN. And then the repeat again in the second half of the year, last weekend in September, and the 3rd week in October for Cape Town.
It's not going to clash with Two Oceans in April, is it? You can't make me choose
Cape Town-
between Two Oceans and Impi.
It's going to be quite a, if you're a sport, fun-loving person like you are, if you think of it in March, the August is on the 2nd week in March.
Mm-hmm.
Impi will be on the 3rd weekend, and then Gauteng Impi is on the 1st weekend in April, and Two Oceans are 2 weeks later.
Okay, all right.
So,
As long as it's
a
not the
little
same
bit apart,
weekend.
so yeah, but if you're an Ironman, then that's the 1st weekend in April, so then you've got to choose between Impi and Ironman, for instance. So, it's always with the calendars, you try and consider everybody and all the other events. But people will do what they do, and we hope they come into Impi.
You hope Impi wins out in the competition.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, well, Peter, thank you so much for chatting to us and just giving people a bit more information about this. I'm a huge fan of the race, and hopefully other people will give it a try now if they haven't done it before. And good luck for Sunday or for this
Thanks,
whole
yeah.
weekend. And yeah, I look forward to
Thanks,
meeting you
yeah.
at the race.
Yeah, and guys, still deciding. We are doing late entries on Sunday morning, so if you haven't entered, there's a few spots available Sunday morning. And then, yeah, we'll see you on Sunday. Enjoy it, and good luck.
Thank you. Thanks, Peter. Have a good weekend.
All right, thanks, Hayley.
Cheers.
Okay,
Bye. That's Peter, the race director of Impi Challenge. So if you feel you can manage a 12K run and you want to do something different, I would really sign up for the next Impi Challenge. The obstacles, it's so fun. I was running, like, smiling to myself the last time I was doing it. And you do get dirty, but it's just one of those experiences that's fun to do with a group of friends. So thanks to Peter there for chatting to us.
The Hayley O Show. Every Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Only on bulls.co.za.